wanna do on and on again. Look inside your me, switch it up, lose this,
Hey guys, I'm gonna show you lot how to host a good high school roleplay server in Berry Avenue, so you as a host can also have fun.
Baby, I win some and I lose some, but I never forget, boo.
Okay, so first the name of your roleplay server has to be good and eye-catching. Things like emojis, and color does go far. It sort of reminds me of Meep City Party section. But as you can see, most servers have the host's username listed into it. I'm not sure why, but these servers do tend to have more people. Things like 2000s high school are also popular, or listing words like cheer or camping can also help gather players. Okay, so I'm gonna enter some low player servers to show you guys why it's different to the servers which have more. I'm speeding this up because I don't want to waste time. But as you can see, some servers don't have a host. And that's the main thing. If you as host aren't standing in the middle, greeting everyone, there is no point why someone would decide to roleplay in your server. Okay, this server is quite good, everyone is lined up and it looks organized, but no one is talking apart from host, so it's not that good of a server. But they have uniform on, so that is a key to at least prove to newer players who just join that this roleplay is more organized and strict. Okay, so I am back in my own private server to show you guys the basics. First of all, host. Normally should stand near spawn somewhere, which makes others see you. You can even wear something to show others your host, but you don't need to. Now, normally teachers will be on white line and students on the yellow, but you can split up as boys on white, girls on yellow. However, the teacher and student one is better. Okay, again, I have sped this up because it's quite easy. But basically, I'm just showing you guys how to use the admin menu to announce, ban, make admin, and kick others out of your server. You will probably only be using the announce command the most, but it's good to know how to use these things. Okay, so here are the proper tips which will make you stand out compared to other hosts. Number 1, make sure you can talk to everyone. And while waiting for the roleplay to start, everyone is ready, and talking to each other a good way is to announce a small game. The small game can be things like jump, if you like the color blue. Doing small games while everyone waits for the roleplay to begin makes people not want to leave. So I'm just giving you guys an example here, but yeah, also, it's better to tell them to jump, rather than line up in the middle. Okay, let's now jump to roles. What a lot of servers do, which is a mistake, is create a bunch of roles for students to act as. If I was you, I would stick to a good 4 as a minimum, because you don't want one box having more students than another. This is to make sure that everyone is checking on each other to act a certain role. Roles are the most important part of the role play. It gives everyone an opportunity to act. Pretend you're the director of this high school movie. You need to make sure your actors are playing right. You can create whatever role you want. After putting everyone behind boxes, you announce the role, but it would be good to at least give them an idea on how the role should act. Like, if you just say you're a popular character, everyone in the popular role will still be acting differently to each other. So make sure to give them a little bit of info to help. Now this is where you have everyone organized in boxes with their roles given. This is the best opportunity to say your rules. Now you can have admins to help. Personally, I stick to one admin only, since if you have a massive group of admins, it may not be as fun for you since you have to deal with them and students. You want to make sure your rules are on chat rather than announcements, since announcements disappear easily. Also, I do hear that some people don't like rules, and fair enough, but rules are the way to go, to show everyone this is a serious roleplay, and no trolling is going to be fun in this.
So why do good girls like bad guys? I had this question for a real long time.
You can also create a story base, but this is up to you. I don't think this does much, to be honest. Alright, so now you have done everything and the players are begging to start the role play. This is where you usually say get roommates, but something I do is announce house checks. This makes the role play more real and more like you have to do something now. What house checks involve is just me ringing on every door to see if everyone has a house. And I don't really care if a player would like to be alone as long as it doesn't affect the roleplay. So this is like an example you guys could try. Also, always make sure to say there will be kicks or ban, just so everyone is quick. This is also where I would start locking the server if you want to. I usually don't lock it, but for the video, I might as well. This makes sure no new players enter the server. So now, while everyone is getting homes, I would start the house checks. Now obviously this is my private server, so I'm just pretending. When it's the first day of school, make sure you stand outside so you can order everyone. Usually you give them classes at reception desk, so I would stick to that to make the role play more realistic. Now I have no clue why I am typing to myself, but anyways, so you could say those. But I would prefer, and I think you guys might don't come for me if you don't agree. But just having a class 1 and class 2, it just makes the classes more manageable. Now I'm gonna show you guys how to make your classes interesting. I mean, you don't want students just sitting down pretending to work. So for example, in gym class, literally use the game. I see many hosts ask students to spawn cars and drive around here or do dance practices. But really, the basketball court is so easy for gym class. All they have to do is pass around and get shots. And best part is you don't really need to explain. That would be too stressful. Remember, if it's hard, it's not going to be so fun. So make sure you find this fun. Okay, so now when classes are turning over, simply just make the classes swap. Hopefully you would have an admin to help you manage class 2. Now these hallway classes are the hardest to manage and not make seem boring, because everyone is just sitting here doing nothing. So instead here you can use the roles and give certain updates. Obviously it's best if you notice players' names and drama. So like here is an example on what you could say in announcements while people are in class. Okay, for lunchtime, don't bother having break times, guys. Please, for the love of God. You don't need break time. I don't know why hosts do that. But yeah, so lunchtime is much more chill. Now I'm just gonna get to the final classes because I don't want this video long. Now it is always best to teach everyone at the same time instead of split up. So I would mainly use sports and gym as an excuse to get everyone together. Over here you can organize a bunch, you can do a car race, cheer teams, football stuff, basically anything.
Back up. Back up. Back up. What?
So now for the end of the first school day, to make it realistic, literally do a small assembly where you explain what everyone can do. After school, if you guys did everything, like I told you to this bit, maybe the hardest to organize, but still I think it's quite worth it, since it makes you as host show the students you are doing a lot. Also make sure you organize events like costume parties or prom, so the students have something to look forward to. Again, guys, like I said, make sure you use everything the game gives you. I see a lot of hosts skip this. Make sure you have clubs going on and let people volunteer to be club leaders. It makes the roleplay so much more entertaining. Trust me. So, school has ended, your job as host has relaxed a bit. Now what? Well, you could roleplay yourself. Just because your host doesn't mean you need to look after everyone for the whole gameplay. What I would usually do is dress as a police officer and check students. You can even be a taxi driver or a doctor. It's up to you, and it makes after school more fun for you to roleplay. And make sure you announce it to make everyone aware by doing this. Everyone would be intrigued, and you won't just be roleplaying by yourself. Some students also may act up. Make sure to announce it's time for everyone to sleep to keep the roleplay going. Finally, if you can give a closure to everyone and give some time for others to friend each other before you shut this server down. Obviously, not all hosts have time for this, but it's a little cute way to finish your roleplaying. And yep, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys found my yapping helpful. See you next time.